All right, y'all. We are live on this very nice, slightly overcast Tuesday morning where we do have a lot of things to discuss. Is Bitcoin about to break out? What's about to happen? The chicken short. Shout out to Ben Spada. Shout out to Ben Spada. Well, guys, you know what? There's something I want to tell you. I have a pumpkin patch. And inside my pumpkin patch, I'm going through something that I dislike, which is vine borers. Vine borers. Can you imagine that? These are these little bugs that actually, they bore into the vine of the pumpkin plant and they lay their eggs inside the vine. And then these little worm things hatch inside the vine and they eat their way into the pumpkins. And, it is something that's very sneaky because you almost can't see it happen until you start to notice that the vine gets a little bit withered. And even the fruits, the pumpkins themselves, they look like nice ripe pumpkins. I have a nice orange pumpkin on the vine ready to pick. And when I pick this thing, you take it out and you notice there's little holes in it right from the stem. And you cut it open and it's rotten inside. It's rotten inside. And it got me thinking about this scripture right here, where Jesus says, I am the vine and you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And it is so easy for me in my life, as a man who calls himself a Christian, who puts on if you're a believer out there, you know how it is, right? There's almost this pressure, if you go to church or whatever, people know you're a believer, to put on the outside, show that, I am a believer, I follow the Messiah, me and Jesus, we have a very good relationship. But the truth is, in life, there are so many vine borers that will get into your relationship with the Lord. It could be politics. It could be trading. It could be relationships. It could be so many things. And on the outside, you might look like a ripe orange pumpkin. But on the inside, you're rotten. And I always have to check myself. Because it's so easy to lose sight of what's truly important, to abide in the Messiah, to spend time with him every day. Listen for his voice. Lord, what will you have me do today? What do you want for my life? To surrender everything to him. If we are doing that, whether or not you're a believer, there's still wisdom for you in this. If we are abiding in the Messiah and living out the way he wants us to live, that's the only way we're going to be able to accomplish anything meaningful in life. And if not, then everything we do will just be a rotten piece of fruit. So it's interesting to have a homestead, guys. It's interesting to have a homestead because the Bible is very agricultural, because that was the society that it was given to originally. And there's a lot of parallels you can see if you are a farmer like myself. And with that being said, guys, I want to get into this. I want to get into this stream. And so let's do it. Let's get into the stream. Boom. Here we are, guys, in the stream. And just a little disclaimer, nothing I say on this stream is financial advice. You guys know it's not financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. Remember, guys, if you take this as financial advice, you are listening to a man who lives in his basement with a Pikachu hat on top of another hat with upside down glasses, okay? In his wife, what's the political correct thing to call this? I think we call it a non-specifically gendered temporary life partner domestic violencer. That's this type of shirt. This is not financial advice, guys. Entertainment purposes only. And, is there anything else I have to say? No, I think that's it, guys. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this for real. All right, yeah. Let's get into this, guys. So, Bitcoin. I have the Ethereum. Oh, by the way, this is a coupon also. I made a nice trade, y'all. The $80 coupon, I just extended it. It ran out. People were saying, hey, it doesn't work. I just extended it. here we are on the Bitcoin charts. We have a 45-minute red dot. Things are kind of a dumping here. And, you know, it's so funny because when we zoom out, it looks like we are just trading sideways, consolidating. But for those of us who are day traders, for those of us who are, you know, in the trenches, this has been extremely volatile. In fact, you know, the past few hours when I was actually working out down here, and look at this on the 1 minute time frame, guys. I mean, it was like a roller coaster ride. I'm getting notifications on my phone. All this stuff is going crazy. And so the trade I'm currently in right now, well, first of all, I'm still in my swing long, guys. I'm still in my swing long. But I am also in a short position right now. I shorted the 786. It's a trade setup that I know a lot of us have been waiting for in the Discord, where basically, you know, yesterday and before yesterday, I was waiting for Bitcoin to come up into the general region above 46,650 to 47K. And my plan was to either short the loss of 47K or short the loss of the 786 right here. My take profit 1 was going to be 45,930. My take profit 2 was going to be 45,227. And that's pretty much what happened. I have the trade set up here. This is the one I posted in the Discord. So yeah, basically, guys, what happened was we came up above that 786 level. Let me see if I have the fib on here. One of these fibs. Nope, I don't have the fib on here, guys. But that's okay. You don't always need the fib. The 786 level was right up here. We wicked up, and then we came right down, and we did hit 2 take profits. We hit 2 take profits. In fact, I think if I go to a higher time frame, we can see the take profits. Nope, can't see them. That's okay. We did hit 2 take profits. Take profit 1 was hit at 45,930. And I took out some profit there. I took out a little more profit before I went to sleep because things are so volatile. And then just recently, this morning, we did hit take profit 2. And at 45,227. And so, you know, 78% in profit. Obviously, it's not in the whole position, guys. I'm taking out chunks at a time. That's how I trade, especially if I'm swing long and I'm just trying to catch a little scalp here. But basically, you know, the way to find these trade setups, guys, is you are going to have a plan, and you're going to have to mark your levels. And when you have your levels marked, then you got to stick to the plan. So my plan was I was going to short this 786 fib level right here. We wicked up right to the 786, and that's where we got the drop. I was only going to short it if we were getting bearish divergences on Market Cipher Bizzle, which we did get, guys. We can see as we come up to that wick. So funny, right? When we zoom in, it's like, man, look at all this volatility, but and this is probably, you know, it looks like it's just a bull flag or something. Yeah, we get the wick with the bearish divergence as we're coming up into that level, and boom, we drop. Now, this brings up a good point, guys, which is this. It is very important to have a plan when you're trading, and it's very tempting for me and for a lot of other people to not stick to the plan. I had this plan for a long time of shorting this level, and yesterday, things were looking so bearish. Those who were in the VIP Discord, you guys know I was flopping and groping in there yesterday, trying to short before the level because things looked so dang bearish and I didn't want to miss the move. And I did. I took probably 3 shorts yesterday. 2 of them got stopped out. 1 of them was in profit by accident. And if I had just waited for the plan, I would have been much less stressed. I wouldn't have been glued to my phone the whole day. And it would have been a much easier process. And so it's very important, if you are looking to take trades, that before you even enter a trade, you come up with a general plan. You mark levels on your chart. You say, okay, I'm only going to short if we come to the 786 and then wick down with a bearish divergence. That's the only time I'm going to take the short. And then just don't take the short otherwise, even if other people are shorting. You know, it's even... You know, I'm usually pretty good at sticking to my plan, guys. I'm actually usually pretty good at sticking to my plan. But yesterday, for some reason, I don't know what it was. I was shorting too early. I wasn't waiting for the confirmations that I had. And it's very important that you do stick to your plan, and it's very important that you have a plan as well. Because the thing is, for me, guys, I'm long from 34K. I'm also long from 37K. So I am hedged in really nice longs right now. So there's no need to flop and grope unless you have all your confirmations. And this morning, I've been in the Discord, and I've been seeing a lot of people post things and discuss things where it made me post this morning because especially if you're new to trading, guys, it is very important that you learn how to trade before you start trading your money. Okay, I made this public service announcement this morning. It says, after reading through some of the discussions in here during the past few days, I want to make a public service announcement. If you are new here and you have not taken a trading course, I highly recommend you take at least one course before trading with your money. It is imperative that you learn how to trade before you trade, especially if you want to do this for a long time. I promise, if you only want to copy my trades in this Discord and other members' trades in this Discord, you will lose money, because trading needs to be approached methodically and strategically. And if you don't learn how to trade properly, you will learn what it feels like to waste your time and money. Because guys, I did this when I first started trading, right? I didn't know what I was doing. I was rushing into trades. I was looking at people on TradingView, just listening to people on YouTube, trading that way. It doesn't work. You don't have to take my course, guys, but you definitely have to take a course if you're new at this. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. If you haven't gone through the process of learning technical analysis and coming up with a strategy that you've tested and having good risk management, you are absolutely wasting your time. You're wasting your money. And I don't say this to discourage anybody. I say this to encourage people, because this is something that can be done. You can be profitable doing this. There are a lot of people I know personally who were not profitable traders, and now they are. Because they took the time to learn, they have a strategy, even if it's not the best strategy. You know, most traders out there are horrible because they haven't taken the time to learn. And if you just take a little time to learn, come up with even a basic strategy, and you have some good risk management, you can absolutely do this, and you will get better and grow as you progress as a trader. It doesn't have to be my course, guys, any old course. The truth is, my course is the same as every other course. We're going to teach the same basic technical analysis, support and resistance, moving averages. Where do you think I learned this stuff? From other courses. You know? It's like basically when you're looking at a course to take, you basically have to choose, first of all, do I appreciate the style of this trader who's teaching me? And second of all, do I vibe? You know, if you guys feel my vibes, right? Then you might want to take my course. And speaking of the course, guys, if you do want to take it, JasonCasperTrading.com extended the $80 discount in the description. This goes through all the technical analysis, helping you get a strategy, helping you get risk management, showing you how to use Market Cipher so that you actually can be better than you are now and continue your growth past now into the future, right? Into the next bull market, into the next bear market, and all that stuff, right? Okay. Let's get into some TA, y'all. Let's get into some TA. Oh, and also, guys, the Discord, yeah. The Discord is available right here at patreon.com/Jason Casperoni. I'm kidding about the Casperoni part. Boom. And the course is available with the $80 discount right here. Whoop. I made a mistake right there. What did I do? Okay. Sorry, guys. It's actually, the truth is, the reason why I made a typo is because when I look down, I can't see because of this hat that's in the way. Okay? AL, yes, this is my own personal gym behind me, guys. BW lost a couple grand the first time. Guys, I lost a lot of money, and it's a horrible feeling to have to go upstairs and tell your wife that you lost money, especially when, you know, you feel like you're trying to be the man of the house and provide and have all that, you know, I'm going to get us money for our family, and your wife, you know, you talk about it, and you talk about the finances, you talk about the plan, and then you have to go tell her, hey, yeah, I lost money. Yeah, it's hard. I've done it. I've been there. I've been there, guys. I've absolutely been there. Okay, so let's get to the charts, the Chisnarts. Bitcoin. What is happening? What is happening with Bitcoin? Well, let's zoom out a little bit, because clearly on the daily time frame, we are absolutely in an undeniable uptrend. We can see that we did play a game of red dot, green dot. We've been talking about the possibility of playing red dot, green dot for a long time. Red dot, green dot is where Market Cipher prints a red dot, and it looks like things are about to come down a little bit. But then all of a sudden we get a money flow crossover, and we print a green dot, and things shoot off into the stratosphere as if Elon Musk has just appeared from the wild and tweeted about Bitcoin, right? That's exactly what happened on the daily time frame. We got the red dot. It looked like we were going to come down, and then poof, we got the money flow crossover and the green dot. And we are in an undeniable uptrend, y'all. Absolutely an undeniable uptrend. And what we can also see is on the daily time frame, it looks like we're about to either consolidate a little bit or come down a little bit. When we come to the 12-hour time frame, we can also see that we are currently printing a bearish divergence on the 12-hour, I said minute, I meant hour time frame. What that means is momentum on Market Cipher B, the momentum waves are coming down while the price is simultaneously printing higher highs. If you ever see the price of Bitcoin and the momentum on Market Cipher doing the opposite things, that's called a divergence. And a divergence means there usually needs to be some kind of a correction. It doesn't always have to be a massive correction. It could even just be a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of cooling off. But usually, if you see a divergence where price is doing one thing, momentum is doing another thing, it means there's going to be a correction. And in this case, because price is coming up and momentum is coming down, it usually means the correction will be to the downside. Now, the 12-hour time frame is a very large time frame, and we have to understand that large time frames are, although the indications are more powerful and more trustworthy than smaller time frames, the higher time frames are a little bit more lagging, right? Because every 12 hours we get a new candle printing on this Market Cipher B on the 12-hour. So this bearish divergence isn't even going to be confirmed for another 9.5 hours. So there's a lot of time for things to change. Okay, so we can't just say, oh, bearish div on the 12-hour, time to short. The thing is, we can also see the bearish divs on the 6-hour coming in pretty strong here. Even locally, we have just a bearish divergence since August 7th. Okay, and then we also have it coming in on the 4-hour. And we can even see money flow starting to come down on the 6-hour, right? We can see the money flow starting to come down. We can see that it looks like things need to cool off a little bit. And we've also come into this Fibonacci resistance here, which is why I'm currently short. I'm currently short because we came to the Fib resistance and we were printing the bearish divergences. But here's the thing. We are in a very strong uptrend, and it would not surprise me in the slightest if Bitcoin does continue up and we get one more pump, which could totally annul these bearish divergences, right? If we print another green dot here and money flow starts to come up and this momentum wave comes up higher, that would totally annul this bearish divergence here. It might not annul this bearish divergence here that could form, right? Because as long as we don't print a wave higher than this, there's still that potential to print those bearish divergences. So the thing is, we are going to, well, okay, I shouldn't say that. You know, not financial advice, Pikachu hat, guy in his basement, all this stuff, but it looks like we need to cool off and come down a little bit. So the question is, where is that going to happen? There's 3 places I think that could happen, and so all 3 of those places I think we need to keep an eye on. But first, let's just assume for just for example's sake that this is the top and we actually are going to get a bit of a correction from here. Where are the places that we could possibly get a bounce off of if we're actually going to get a retracement here similar to the retracement that we got back over here when we rejected perfectly, by the way, off. I love fibs, guys. I love fib levels. Look at this. You know, that first retracement that we got, look at this. Right off the 382. I'm sorry. Right off this 382. Wait a second. Is this, what's going on here? Could have sworn it was right off the 382. Oh wait, it is. I'm sorry guys. I'm tripping out here. Yeah, we got this retracement right off the 382 from the all-time high. And that was a short from 42.6K. And that was a short actually that I took right from 42.6K. Let's check it out. Yeah, right from 42.6K, I took the short. Why? Simply because we were coming up to a fib level, and there was lots of other confluence here, y'all remember. and we were getting the bearish divergences on the time frames, right? And so now it's possible that, one, we're rejecting right here, but two, it is possible that we get another pump up. We're going to talk about where I think we could possibly pump up to, the different regions. But what if this is the top? What if we're going to retrace down here? Well, what we need to do to find levels of support where we could possibly get a bounce is we need to, first of all, see if there are any significant levels of support or resistance that we could look to see if we're going to, come down there. And the way we're going to find levels of support and resistance, one of my favorite things to do, y'all, is to use daily levels of support and resistance. Daily levels of support and resistance are probably one of the more powerful levels because they tend to get very strong reactions when price comes to daily levels of support and resistance. Now, here's how we're going to get those levels. What we're going to do is we're going to look at our chart and we're going to find areas where price historically has found a sticking point. Specifically, we want to look for 2 candles in a row that both tried to get past a certain point and were unable. So what I mean by that is something like this right here, guys. When we take a look, we can see that the first daily candle tried to wick up above this area right here, above 40.5K, and was unable to. And it closed down here at 40.5K. And then the second day, this daily candle opened with lots of vigor, right? Lots of vigor. And it started to climb up. It surpassed the high here, right? Everyone's thinking, this is it, this is it, this is it. We're going to go. Then we fall down. And what happens is we have a candle close right here after a wick up, and then we have a candle open right here, try to wick up, unable to. We can put a horizontal line right here, and this is a daily level of resistance. Okay, that's how you're going to do it. And notice the levels respected. On the very next day, where do we wick up to? Exactly that level. Now this is very powerful because, all right, check this out. Let's check it out. If we go to a lower time frame, like maybe the Uno Hora time frame, which by the way, guys, means the 1 hour time frame, we can see that when we come back up to this level, look at what happens here. On the 26th of July 2021, we come up to this level, we wick into it, okay, and poof, we reject off of it perfectly. We perfectly reject off of it. Not only that, guys, but look at this. Look at this. We were printing a massive bearish divergence as we came into that daily level. Not only was momentum coming down as the price was coming up, but the money flow was coming down as the price was coming up. And not only that, but the VWAP was coming down as price was coming up. So we had a 3-way divergence right here on Market Cipher B. By the way, if you don't have Market Cipher, you can use my affiliate link in the description. I don't have a discount for you. If you want a discount, I'm pretty sure BitBoy has one, but I don't. So shout out to CryptoFace, man. If you want to give me a discount, let me know. Shout out to Super Googly who joined the VIP Discord. Thanks. I hope you're enjoying it. I try to provide a lot of value in that Discord. I do. And so that's how we're going to find these levels, guys. And then you could see even here again on the daily level, we could have shorted it again when we got this bearish divergence, and then we could have shorted it again here when we got this bearish divergence, right? It's a level that we can look to short, right? And then here, when we lose the level, get the retest, we can short again. And so, that's how we're going to do it. So let's go back in time and see if there's any levels where we could potentially look for to see where could price possibly get a bounce from. Well, the first thing that sticks out to me is this right here. Okay, at 44,590. Right? You guys see that? You see these two candles right here at 44,590, give or take. And the next level I see is right here at about 42,253. Okay, and then the next level I see from there is 45,114. And so now we have these 3 areas, these 3 daily areas of support and resistance that we can look for and say, when price gets down there, I'm going to have a keen eye. I'm going to have a keen eye. You guys see my teeth? See how crooked and gross they are? You know why? Because out here in the country, we ain't go to the dentist out here. We don't even believe in dentists. What's that? You trying to drill a hole in my teeth? Trying trying to pull out my teeth and give me some Novocaine? I ain't down with that, y'all. Give me some raw goat milk and some free-range chicken eggs. That's all I need. Toothbrush? What the heck's a toothbrush? I don't know. Deodorant? Don't need none of that neither. And you know what, guys? On a serious note, I actually don't use deodorant. And I actually very rarely use soap in the shower. I mostly just run water over my body. Yeah. And a cool tip for those of you who might not know this, I used to be in a heavy metal band back in the day, and on tour, okay, we learned from the people who had been in bands for a long time that if you don't shower for 3 weeks, your body stops smelling, your hair stops getting greasy, and you stop feeling gross. It takes 3 weeks, and then your oils and everything balances out. Because think about it, it's not natural to constantly put soap on your skin. You know, it throws everything out of balance. Your skin is producing oils to keep everything balanced, and if you wash those oils off, then your skin is going to overproduce the oils. And we're in our culture, we wash those oils off every day. But if you just stop washing them off, eventually everything will even out. You're not going to reek. I remember giving people hugs, like fans and stuff that would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, you smell so good." I'd be like, "Yeah, I haven't showered in like a month and a half." They didn't know. You know, cool tip. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why I don't use soap. You know, I don't usually smell that bad. You could ask Big Butts 28, my wife. Shout out to Big Butts 28, by the way. You know, Big Butts 28, I remember when we met each other, she just couldn't, it was my charm, guys. It was my charm that won her over, you know. She saw this face, and she just couldn't say no. So, once we get these levels of daily support and resistance marked out, then what we have to do is we have to see if there's any confluence at these levels. How are we going to find confluence? Well, there's a few things we can do. Number one, we could pull out the fib. Y'all know I love pulling out the fib. What we're going to do is, we're like, okay, we have some levels of daily support and resistance that we drew with our eye on the chart. Now what? Well, first of all, we would like to find, let's say that we're looking to, you know, let's say that we believe, we have a theory that we're going to come down to 42,253, and that's where we're going to get a bounce. This is our theory, and now we're going to make a case for, you know, how much evidence can we find on the chart that's telling us this is a level that we should be looking out for. What we're going to do is we're going to start pulling out fibs everywhere, okay? You could pull a fib from the swing low to the swing high, okay? You could pull a fib from multiple swing lows to the same swing high to try and find areas where there is some kind of confluence. And what confluence means is there's multiple things pointing to that same level saying, "Hey, I'm the level you want to keep an eye on for a potential long." And so we can see if we pull two fibs, one from this swing low down here to the all-time high, and one from this swing low here to the all-time high, we can see that we do actually have some confluence right here. Not only is it a daily level of support, but it's also a 0.65 Fibonacci level, which is part of the golden pocket. And not only that, right below there, we have a 382 level as well. So now we know we have this zone, this general zone right here of support, right? If we turn off our fibs, we can just keep this box on the chart and say, okay, there's this zone that I'm keeping my eye on right here because I know there's a lot of important support right here. So if price starts to come down to there, I can start to look at Market Cipher and say, hey, am I getting my confirmations to get the bounce off of this general area? It doesn't have to be an exact level, guys. It doesn't have to be an exact level, but it can be a general zone. Oh, and by the way, guys, just so you know, if we can get this stream up to 750 likes during the stream, I will absolutely give away 0.025 Bitcoin, which is over $1,000 right now. If everyone just calls their mom and says, "Hey, Ma, come like the stream," we could get that giveaway. We could get that giveaway. Yeah, so just throwing that out there. So this is how we're going to find those general zones. This is a zone. And then other things we can do too, guys, is we can analyze volume. Okay, we can analyze volume. We can put on our volume indicator right here, our VPVR indicator, and we'll take a look and see, is there any kind of volume spike in this area? And we can see, yes, look, there actually is a spike of volume right about here. Okay, right about here. And so you know, we could say that we have almost like a low volume node. Yeah, this gives us some good confluence that right around this general box right here, you know, we should be looking, if the price of Bitcoin comes down to this area, that we should be looking for a potential bounce. And this is basically how you're going to do your technical analysis. And, you know, if you come up with these levels, then, you know, you already know where you're kind of looking for, and then you can set alerts on these levels. Like for me, guys, I have tons of levels on my chart, right? I've got daily levels, I've got weekly levels, I've got fib pulls, I've got other levels, I've got other levels, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my chart, guys, trading plans, all these ideas, right? Everything. I've got so much stuff here. It's impossible, right? It's impossible, basically, if I had everything on my chart, it's impossible to stay organized. So what you have to do is you have to have the object tree in here, and you have to only turn on and off the things that you want. And what I like to do is I actually like to, like the blue box that I had drawn out on the chart here, what I like to do is I will have, let's say this is my blue box right in here. Okay. What I will do is I will put a line right here. Like I will draw a line on my chart right here, and I will go ahead and say almost at box. Almost at box. And then what I'll do is I'll right click it and I'll set an alert that will go off when the price is almost at the box. I can't spell though, you know, almost at box. Almost at the bix. Okay, and then what I do is I have the alarm is right here, and then what I can do is I can hide this, I can lock it and hide it, so it's not on my chart, it's not cluttering up my chart. But what it is doing is when price is coming down to my box, okay, because the thing is, if you have to make a fast move in the box, if you get the alert while you're in the box, you might not get into the trade until we've already bounced way up here. But if you know we're going to bounce from the box and you get your alert, you know, right here, then you can open up your phone and you have time to go on Bybit, you have time to place your limit orders if you see that we're coming down to your support. Because remember, we want to limit into trades, we don't want to market in because then we'll have to pay that fee. We want to try and limit in, limit out as much as possible. If you see, you know, you get your alert, we're coming down to your blue box, you're like, oh, coming to the blue box, coming to the blue box, and you see the divergences are forming on the lower time frames, the 6 minutes about to print a juicy divergence. Now you have time to go in, set some limit orders, set a little limit order here, a little limit order here, a little limit order here. Maybe each limit order has 25% or 30% of the contracts you want to put on the trade. Then you'll wick down into your limit orders, fill those limit orders, and then catch the move on the way up. And that's how you're going to do it, guys. That's how you're going to do it. And so the job of the technical analyst is you are going to, as price action moves, you are going to be analyzing the price action. You're going to be pulling your fibs. You're going to be looking at volume. You're going to be looking at support and resistance. You're going to be looking at patterns. You're going to be looking at divergences. You're going to be looking, are we forming a diamond pattern like this morning? You know, a lot of people in the Discord, we were talking about the diamond pattern that was forming here. You know, the potential diamond top that was forming right here. Let's see. You know, did it play out? I don't know. I don't know. But we're looking at this stuff, right? And what we're doing is we're coming up with analysis as we go. We're coming up with analysis as we go, trying to come up with a plan, trying to find those levels that we can look for. And once we get to those levels and we see our confirmations on Market Cipher, that's where we actually enter the trade. You never just want to enter a trade willy-nilly, guys. You want to have a reason, a rhyme or a reason to enter a trade. And I was talking yesterday about how, you know, if we are in an uptrend, we can use a strategy like the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy, which essentially is this. You know, especially if you're newer to trading, open up a 4-hour chart, open up a 24-minute chart, and if you see that we're printing a green trigger wave on Market Cipher B, right, put a vertical line right here, put a vertical line right here, and then we find that same spot on our 24-minute chart where we get either a money flow crossover or we get a green trigger wave. We get our money flow crossover right here on the, right here is the first candle that we officially get our money flow crossover. So, you know, we could have entered the trade right here. yeah, we would have missed the total bottom of the move, but we still would have gotten a good percentage of that move in, where we could have actually gotten a nice, a nice 6% long there. And if you combine techniques like this with support and resistance levels, even if you're newer at trading, you can still do pretty well. I still recommend you study technical analysis. I still recommend you study risk management. I still recommend you never stop learning. For more information on the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy, you can check out my YouTube channel. This thing only works in trending markets, by the way, guys. In sideways markets, useless. Useless in sideways markets, but in trending markets, uptrends and downtrends, go to playlists, go to Market Cipher tutorials. Check out this right here, 424 Market Cipher trading strategy. Win every trade. This is the basic strategy that you can use to find those good long entries. And if you combine this strategy with having good levels of support and resistance, you can do all right. You can do all right. Okay, guys? And again, if you want to learn all this stuff, support and resistance, moving averages, Market Cipher, all this stuff, JasonCasperTrading.com. This is changing the way people approach these markets. I've seen so many people go through this, and it's totally changed the way that they trade. They're actually enjoying it, having a good time, making money doing this. Not financial advice, but we go through everything here, and there is an $80 discount in the description of the video, $80 off. I extended that coupon for y'all. And again, guys, the private Discord, you can join that by becoming a Patreon. I don't recommend the Discord if you're totally new. If you're totally new, I recommend first you learn how to trade and then join the Discord. Reason being, the Discord can confuse you if you don't know what you're doing, because there's people in there longing and shorting, and I'm in there longing and shorting at the same time, and if it could really confuse you if you don't know what you're doing, right? Like right now, I'm long and short at the same time. That could totally confuse somebody who doesn't know why I'm long and short at the same time, who doesn't understand what to look for. If you just go in there and ask, hey, should I long, should I short? Wait to join. Wait to join. You're not going to get anything out of it, because there's a lot of jargon in there, and stuff you won't understand unless you learn some technical analysis first, right? But okay, boom. So that's one of the areas that I'm looking for on Bitcoin, is actually that blue box area that I just showed, right around that daily level of around 42.4, give or take, around that area is an area that we're looking. And then there's other daily levels on the chart here as well. There's other fib levels on the chart here as well, where if we do retrace from here, where I'm looking for the bounce. If we get another pump, there are two specific areas that I'm looking to potentially dump from. The first one is, if we pull our fib from this swing high to the swing low, that's where we get this golden pocket coming in between 47.8 and 44.8. So we have about a $1,000 zone in here. We're also, I think there's a lot of confluence to potentially come down from this zone right here. Okay, and then of course we've got the mother of all golden pockets from the all-time high to the low of the old dumperoonie, and we've got this golden pocket here at 51.1 to 52.2, and this go up. We're back at the weekly, guys, back at the weekly level. This area right here also. These are the two areas that I'm really looking to potentially get a rejection from. And, those who are in the Discord know there's also other areas I'm looking, but these are two ones in the immediate short term. And here's the thing, guys. These two levels right here, if we get one last pump up to here, right, we will most likely still be printing the massive bearish divergences on these higher time frames, like the 6 hour, the 8 hour. My trading view is a little bit frozen, but think about it. If we get one last pump up here, right, we're still going to have bearish divergences printing, right? We will have bearish divergences printing unless a momentum wave comes above here. And so my whole thing is, it looks like we need to get a retracement soon. The question is where. It could be right here. It could be higher. It could be much higher, actually. It could be much higher. We could still come up pretty high and still be printing these bearish divergences. So because we see the divergences printing, we're preparing for entering shorts. And really, our job as people who do technical analysis is to say, all right, where I can see the divergences forming, what are the most probable areas where price will actually reject from? That's our job as technical analysts, right? It's time to put on your Pikachu hat, okay? You got to turn your glasses upside down, and you got to look at the chart, okay? And we're going to find out. We're going to look. These are definitely two important areas for me. These two boxes right here, okay? Yeah, you know, we got the good old golden pockets. The good old golden pockets, GOGPs I call them, GOGPs, the GOGPs. All right, so let's talk about Ethereum a little bit here. You know, Ethereum's in a very similar position as the Bitcoin here. You know, long story short, for Ethereum, the next resistance above us. Well, let's zoom in a little bit. Currently, we're finding resistance at this area right here. This is an important area of resistance. We can see that we've been unable to come above here. We can also see that we are putting in a pretty significant bearish divergence at this resistance. This is a resistance I've been watching for a while. I did not short this because I was waiting for higher. Simply put, it did not fit into my plan. The area of resistance that I was waiting for was actually this golden pocket right up here, between 33.6 and 34.500. And I would say that, you know, if we come above this 31.62 level for Ethereum, then we will run into some resistance at this golden pocket right here. And if we come down more, I think a good area of support to look at is, first of all, this region right here at around 27.15. Reason being, we do have a lot of confluence here. We have a golden pocket Fibonacci level, and we have a 382 Fibonacci level. And we can see that we do have a daily level of support or resistance right along here as well. We can look at these candles right here that were unable to come above that level. So there's a lot of confluence in this zone right here for Ethereum. Okay, this zone right here between 2701 and 2739. You know, if price starts to come down and we lose this 382 level at 2913, I would definitely be keeping my eyes out for this area right here, this general zone, to see bullish divergences forming to get a bounce. You know, if we come down and we start playing red dot, green dot on the daily time frame with Ethereum, we could absolutely see some kind of bounce off of there. Yeah, we absolutely could. Absolutely. Something that's a little bit concerning right now, guys, is, you know, technically speaking, if we're going to take the close of the candle and the close of the red dots as seriously as possible, then we technically do have a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame for Ethereum, where price has come up. Okay, if this is still very unconfirmed, guys, but if price continues up, and if this red dot eventually confirms on the weekly time frame, which again will take weeks, could take weeks, that means at the close of this purple candle down here at 2105, and wherever we're at up here, price has come up and momentum has come down. That could really show that this is simply just a relief rally, and we are going to waltz across Texas, and the three amigos are going to come into the bar with their firearms drawn, ready to shoot. Okay, they're going to come through those old school saloon doors, those old Western saloon doors, the three amigos with their sombreros and their cowboy boots, and they're just going to start dumping that price. Okay, just something to keep in the back of our mind. So, that being said, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into the chat and see if we have any questions. Thanks to everybody who's in here. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, I guess we can't do the giveaway today, right? I wanted to get 750 likes. We got 285 likes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Shout out to Memory Man in the chat. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Thor in the chat, who says the course is great. Shout out to Crypto Pumpet, who says the course worked for him. And Crypto Yacht, who says the course is awesome. Check out Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel, guys. Yep, Michael Johnston, those vine borers, they're a pain. They're a pain in the vine. They're a pain in the vine. Shout out to Africa Masuku, who gave the stream 4 likes. Shout out to First Coast Crypto, who shouts out to me. Shushant Kumar, how are you doing, bro? Good to see you here. Yeah, Lil Fib Casper, he's doing good. He's doing good. He is officially, yesterday, he turned 2 months old. So, Alex Smith, thank you for being here. I don't know if ETH is going to go down, guys. So here's the thing. When I'm doing my analysis, I don't really make predictions. I'm sure you guys have noticed this. I do not really make predictions. Instead, what I do is I look at levels and I say, if. My whole trading plan is based on ifs and thens. If price does this and Market Cipher does this, then I will trade like this. I'm not the kind of guy who says my target is, XXY, and then say I'm going to short here because my target is XXY, right? Some people trade like that. Some people enter a trade because their target is such and such. For me, I don't really set targets. I say price could go up, price could go down. If price does go up, this is my plan. This is where I would want to trade. If price goes down, this is my plan. This is where I would want to trade. I don't enter a trade and then wait for price to get to my level. I wait for price to get to my level and then I trade. That's how I do it. And I have had much more success doing it that way than I have by trying to trade based on setting targets. Because the truth is, nobody really knows where price is going to go. But the other truth is, price is going to go somewhere, and when it gets there, if you have a plan and you already know what to do, you're going to be in a better position than a person who thought we were going to hit a target way up at 50K, and then we end up dumped back to 31K, right? So, let's come back to the chat. How did I predict Bitcoin would wick up to 46.8? Okay, Raj, I didn't really predict it, but it was one of those if-thens, right? Basically, we come to the Discord, we come to the Potential Trade Setups channel, and I said this, like, if we come into that region while printing bearish divergence on the 24-minute and lower, it would make for a nice short. My entry would be the loss of 47K or the loss of the fib level. So you can see my trading plan was contingent upon future price action that had not yet happened. The reason why I had this level marked is because, as part of doing technical analysis, is you're finding levels where if price gets there, there's likely to be a reaction, right? Our job as TAers is to say, okay, where is price? If price, where? Our job is to say, where are some of the levels where price is likely to see a reaction? Mark those levels, and then only enter a trade if price gets to those levels and Market Cipher is giving you confirmation. So, there's stuff going on, bills being voted on. I have to be honest with you guys, I have not had the time to pay attention to any of that stuff. So I don't even know what's going on. Is there some kind of FUD? Are they making crypto illegal more than it already is? You know what, people in this chat, you know what? You need to be respectful of others, and people who are YouTubers. It's very important that you respect people's privacy, especially in this cryptocurrency trading game. There's some weird people out there, all right, who have families, who have friends, and what you don't want to ever do is put somebody in a compromising situation, all right? You don't want to do that. It's disrespectful. Y'all, you know who I'm talking to. Okay, so there's a... Yeah, Crypto Yacht, when's your next video, bro? And yeah, YouTube mods, guys, if you see anybody in the chat giving out personal information about anybody else, make sure to block them, because that's not cool. Thomas Yaffe wants to know how to quit a sugar addiction. I would say to quit a sugar addiction, you need to stop eating sugar. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but I will say this. When you stop eating sugar, you will stop craving sugar. When you start eating sugar, you will start craving sugar. If you eat a diet of whole foods, simple ingredients, non-processed, you will crave those foods. I'm telling you guys, I crave, absolutely crave, good old, plain old oatmeal with blueberries. To me, that's like a dessert, all right? If I start eating ice cream, I will start to dislike the oatmeal with blueberries and go for the ice cream. Every time. I go through these cycles, guys. Everyone, y'all know, you go through the cycles. You're super healthy, you're sleeping good, you're eating good. Then all of a sudden, you go to your nephew's birthday party. And, your mother-in-law's like, hey, Jason, you want some ice cream? And you're like, yes, I do. I do want some ice cream. How did you know that? She's like, I know you, Jason. I know you love that ice cream. You eat the ice cream. You think it's just once and done, okay? Then the next thing you know, you have to drive somewhere far away, right? And you're a little bit hungry in the car. You see a gas station, right? Maybe a Wawa, Sheetz. You go inside for a bottle of water, right? What do you walk past? You walk past that ice cream freezer. What are you going to do? You have a decision to make. All right, am I overall bullish or bearish? It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. I would say I'm totally neutral. Unless Bitcoin comes above $63,000 and starts trading above that value area high, the global value area high, which was up there before we fell through, then I would be bullish. But until then, I could say that we might just be in a relief rally. Guys, because if this is just, let's go to the weekly. Look at this, right? If this was, let's say that this was like the 1 hour time frame, and I entered a short right here, okay, and I came down and hit my take profit 1. I would not exit this trade because we're right here right now. I wouldn't even exit the trade if we came up to here. I probably wouldn't even exit the trade if we came up to here. I would probably stay in this trade hoping that we'd come down and hit take profit 2 right here. Just being honest with you, if this was the 1 hour time frame. So we need to look at market structure on a larger time frame to say, is there any reason for us to be overly bullish right now? I would say no. And we need to zoom out and get into that perspective. As traders, like the way that we trade, we're down here on the low time frames where, wow, looks like we could be putting in a pretty significant divergence here soon. I have to zoom in and see what's up here. No, not really. But as traders who are taking advantage of short-term volatility, I'm short from right here, and I feel like I've been all through the ringer. Last night coming down, take profit 1, coming back up, not knowing if I'm going to get stopped out, coming down, coming up, coming down. It's like, man, what is going on? But if we zoom out, to the weekly, there's no reason to be overly bullish right now. And there's no reason to be overly bearish. I would say the reason to become overly bearish would be if, on the weekly time frame, we do put in a lower high and reject off of one of these higher levels before coming above, 60K. If we can't come above 60K, we are in a downtrend on the weekly time frame, objectively, technically speaking, Yeah, Crypto Tom is going to zig and zag. Sean for Liberty says we're right on the trend line support on the 1 hour time frame. We are on significant support here, guys. We are on significant support. Any thoughts on CCV? I honestly don't really know what that is. I have to be honest with you. I honestly do not know. How do you trade if price will be over 64K without levels and just open space? Well, CryptoFace uses spider lines, which have been very, very accurate for him, okay? The other way to do it is fib extension levels, okay? Which is what I would do. I would use fib extension levels. I'm trying to get into spider lines. Check out Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel. He has a video on spider lines, and CryptoFace has many videos on it. They might be hard to find. So Crypto Yacht has a simple video, how to draw spider lines like CryptoFace, quick and simple. It's a minute and 36. If you don't have a minute and 36 seconds to watch a video, you need to reanalyze your life, guys. But we can use fib extensions, right? If we take from the swing high to the swing low, man, don't you hate it when the alerts mess up your fib? And we put on some of our fib extensions, the 1618, the 1272, then what we can do is we have these fib extension levels to look for, right? We can say that we have a level at about 75K. Then we have another level at about, 87K, right? That's how we would do it. And we can also use trend-based fib extensions, right? So, if we, let's say that we come up here, right? And then we reject off of here, come down, but then we start to come up again, and you think the uptrend is still intact. Well, then what we can do is we can use our trend-based fib extension tool, and we can take it from the swing low to the swing high to the swing low and get some of these types of targets, right? Get some of these types of targets as well. So yeah, that's how you do it. That's how I do it, at least. But what do I know, guys? Honestly, what the heck do I know? Look at me. I'm a whack, guys. Don't listen to anything I say. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. All right, guys. All right. Shout out to Spiritual Warrior, who says, I've been listening to you all day long since yesterday, and your course is really connecting many dots for me. Thanks for everything. Thanks for taking the course. And yeah, this is the goal of the course, is to connect the dots. That way you're not learning stuff out of order, How do I take profits? You limit order out of your trade. If you're doing USDT perpetual, then you have to set a limit close order. If you're doing inverse perpetual, if you're shorting, you just set limit buy orders. If you're longing, you set limit sell orders. And you just got to make sure that you're selling a portion of your position. And yeah, that's it. And yes, milking cows blindfolded is a part of the TA course, everybody. And Pokemon Blue definitely over Pokemon Silver. I'm an old school guy. So, yeah, Pokemon Blue all the way, guys, Still trying to figure out why that truck is there when you're trying to get onto the SSN. That truck to the right, you guys know what I'm talking about. Why is it there? Is Mew under that truck? We'll never know. We'll never know. Okay, so Adriano Patino says, I mentioned being long, that's why I'm only looking for shorts. Could you also give us potential long setups? I do in the Discord, guys. I got potential long setups in there. I'll be giving more. But in the Discord, the levels of support that I mark in the Jason Casper TA channel, those are actually levels. Here's the trick. Hint. If you're in the Discord, the levels that I give are actually levels that I'm looking to short. The trade setups I give are more serious, like, hey, I think this could really happen anytime, this week or today or something. Elias says it's all about Pokemon Red. Well, here's the thing. They didn't give that as one of the choices. And definitely not Pokemon Yellow because they got rid of the missing no glitch. So who the heck would want to play if you can't multiply your Master Balls or your rare candies so all your Pokemon can be level 100? Life Coach Peter says, how much money is much money per day for a beginning trader? Well, it depends on your capital. It depends on how fast you learn. It depends on how disciplined you are. It depends on a lot of things, my friend. How do you take profits home? You have to withdraw that stuff from the exchange, put it into another exchange where you can then put it into your bank account. Simple as that. And then you have to make sure you have an accountant and that you pay your taxes and that your accountant is down with the crypto, because some of them won't want to touch that stuff. You got to find the right one. Yeah, the rare candy cheat. You know, everyone did it, right? Everyone did it. But the smart people only put their Pokemon up to like level 73 to make it seem like they did it the hard way, you know, by walking in the tall grass for hours a day, fighting all them level 2 Pidgeys. Jay Scone wishes he could find Missing No in real life to multiply his money. Okay. Any other TA questions, guys? Billy C., I answered the question, my friend. Memory Man never pays government extortion fees. Memory Man, you know, you should talk to me about that, man, because you know, the thing is, I wouldn't want to pay government extortion fees, except the thing is, I don't want to be taken away from my house and put in a cage away from my family. So, you know, it's a give and take. You know what I'm saying? So, if there's a way to do it without getting put in a cage, I'm open. I'm open. Jonathan hurt his upper back squatting. What should I do? Well, Jonathan, I would say that you need to rehabilitate it yourself by doing... Don't waste your time with physical therapy, because that's a waste, honestly. Most of those people don't know what they're doing. I would stretch. I would do rows, light rows with like a resistance band, something simple you can get at Walmart. Put it around like a tree trunk and just do light rows. Move the area, get blood flow into the area. Rest the area by not doing heavy weights, but you want to do enough so that you're getting blood flow and a pump into the area. Then what I would do is I would work on your squat form. Because if you injured your upper back squatting, it's likely that there's something off with your form. You might be hunching over too much during the squat, maybe doing more of a good morning than a squat, or you might be arching your upper back. I would work on your form. I'd work on really bracing your core and keeping your upper back muscles very tight during the squat. You want to think of it when you're putting that barbell on your back, you want to like put it up against your traps and your upper back muscles and make sure those muscles are very tight. Everything has to be very tight because you're putting a lot of weight on your back. And so you need to make sure that your core is tight and that your back is tight. That's what I would do if I were you. People are talking about ICP. I've been hearing about ICP. I don't really know what that is, but I know that what's-his-face was talking about it. The guy from AMTV. Do I update my levels every week? I do, sometimes multiple times a week, and I always I always post them in the Discord, right? In the Discord, in trading levels right here. This is where I post my levels for the week. And you can actually open these things up in TradingView and import them into your own charts, right? So one of the perks of being in the Discord. Not only do I post my potential trade setups, I post daily technical analysis updates and my levels. Yeah, is it Insane Clown Posse? Is it like actually Insane Clown Posse? That's what ICP is, because I know, like, you know, juggalos and all that weird, like, white trash kind of stuff. No offense. Amen to Adrian M. Messiah is in our midst. He is and ever shall be. I can say I am in agreement with that. Are there any bearish signs that would flash that would make me exit crypto for all time? No. No. I would never exit crypto. The reason is because I am not in crypto. I'm in crypto for many reasons, guys. I trade to make money. I am in crypto as more of a hedge against the imminent collapse of our Keynesian debt-based economic system and the great reset that is coming, okay, that we've all known about for a long time. We know that this system cannot continue. It cannot continue. And so the more we can diversify our assets, the more we can hold cryptocurrencies, physical, precious metals, if we can hedge ourselves by growing our own food, by having a water source, by becoming more self-sufficient. That's why I'm in crypto for the long term. I'm not in it because I'm trying to like buy and ride it out for the bull market and sell. I trade so that I can buy and sell. I am in crypto for the long term, guys. How do you move your stop loss to stay in profit? It depends on what exchange you do. On Binance, which I don't really use anymore, and my account's getting closed in a few days, I guess, and you're not going to be able to use API anymore, which is weird. So you got to just change the stop loss. But on Bybit, you could just drag that thing up and down. And on Femex, I don't know. I have to get into Femex. Crypto Pump It, what are the magic numbers? What are the magic numbers? I don't know what that is. Yeah, Danny Bessler, it's true. If you control the food, you control the people. But you know, I think it's very important for people who value liberty to become more self-sufficient, because our culture has become so lazy and so dependent. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I talk to who would say, yeah, I would quit my job and start a business, but my health insurance, or my insurance, my 401k, my social security. You know what? That stuff is going to enslave everybody. I'm telling you. You want to be healthy? Eat a healthy diet, get some exercise. Serious. You know, Social Security, there ain't going to be no Social Security for you when you retire. Okay? You got a 401k, that's going to be worthless. All right? Liberty is dangerous and risky. So you could move to Canada with Justin Trudeau, or Australia. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to wax political. I'm so sorry. I am so dang sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm talking in the flesh, guys. Forgive me. Forgive me. Lord have mercy. This is not the proper forum for this type of discussion. Why don't I move to Europe? Europe is completely castrated. Sorry, guys. Man, what is wrong with me? I'm saying the worst stuff today. I'm saying the worst stuff. Yeah, I love Canadians, but I'm not a fan of the prime min over there. Not a fan of my own guy either. Haven't been a fan of any of my guys, honestly. Sorry for waxing political, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, Mars is good, right, Crypto Yacht? Shout out to Memory Man. Memory Man wants to go to Mars, I hear. He wants to take a spaceship there. Memory Man wants to get on the Apollo moon missions and go to Mars. I don't know where CryptoFace is trading these days. You know? I don't know. I'll have to wait and find out. Honestly, I haven't really had the time to look into this stuff. I've been so busy harvesting summer crops, planting fall crops, trading, being with the family, all this stuff that I haven't had time to do the kind of research I need to do. I don't even really fully know what's going on with Bybit. All I know is what CryptoFace posted in his Discord, and I listened to his video that he streamed on, I guess, Saturday morning. You know? Shout out to Cody Ray. Cody Ray, man. I'll be in touch with you, bro. CryptoFace didn't use his VPN properly. Well, I don't use my VPN properly, guys. I got to be honest with you. You know, I use it to log in, and then I just turn it off and stuff. And I want some. You know how it is. If you're on Bybit and you don't clear your cache, you can still log in without a VPN. Because up until now, Bybit was just kidding about having to be out of the U.S. Okay, so Pep Engine Smuggler says, Jason Casper, I always see bearish indications on Market Cipher during bull flags or pennants. I think because of the market structure, how do you incorporate patterns into your trading? I like patterns. I take them into into account, but Memory Man. I usually don't trade bull flags. But what I do is I say this could be a bull flag, which would bring us up to here. So if we come up to here, is there any other confluence on this area? If I see a bull flag and the target of the bull flag is a 618 and a weekly level, I'll be like, if this is a bull flag and if it breaks out, then I will look to short the target. But sometimes you can tell that the bull flag is going to break out based on Market Cipher, in which case I would trade the breakout, which is more rare. I don't usually trade breakouts, but whenever I do, I drink Dos Equis. Yeah, Carl from the Moon was in my chat yesterday, guys. Yeah. Crypto Tom, if you're on Bybit from your phone, you can move your stop loss. You cannot drag it up, but you can change it manually. Just change the stop loss. You go into your live orders and just modify them. I don't really know about Epic Protocol, Mr. G Rattlesnake. I'm sorry. Yes, I'd like to trade the reaction. I like to trade reactions. Yeah, First Coast Crypto. I might make a little meme-ish video entitled "Redneck Farmer has emotional breakdown when he meets celebrity trader," and just do the little clip while Carl from the Moon pops into my chat. Yeah, I might do that. I am not a gamer, Dylan. I actually hate video games, but when I was a kid, I used to love video games. And then in 6th grade, when I was playing Star Fox for GameCube, I had this weird moment where I decided that I absolutely did not like this anymore, and so I stopped playing video games since that point, and I've never really played a video game. I mean, I played a video game, but I've never gotten into them like I used to be. So, Yeah, with the Call from the Moon song, people are saying support's going to break. How long ago did I start trading? What got you into it? And how old were you? Okay, it was a number of years ago. It happened in steps. It wasn't like I set out to do it. It was like I got into it and then I stopped, and I got into it, then I stopped. I started with stocks, then I went to Forex. While I was trading Forex, that's when I got into actually having cryptocurrency. No, I started... I'm pretty sure I had Bitcoin before I started trading Forex. The reason I got into trading seriously, guys, is because I saw it as a way to hedge against what is coming upon society as well. Imagine if you had a way to generate income without needing any kind of education, without having to leave your house, without having to have a boss, without having to have clients or employees, and where you could do it from anywhere in the world as long as you had an internet connection. And I said, you know what, that sounds like it's something I would want. And so that's what got me into it. That's what got me into it. And I'll tell you, 2020 really put some fire under my butt to really start trading more. Because before that, I was trading seriously, but not as vigorously as I am now. Because, you know, I owned a business previously in my life, before I was full-time trading, and I always thought to myself, if this business fails, I can always get a job if I have to, right? You know, not like I want to get a job, but I thought if I have to provide for my family. But once I realized what was happening and how the middle class was going to be systematically and methodically erased, and that there were not going to be jobs, right? The coming of the technocracy and the obsolescence, if that's a word, of the human worker, I realized, man, if I want to survive in this upcoming society, I need to learn how to invest very seriously. And so that's what really got me really going, like, because before that I was doing it, don't get me wrong, I was absolutely trading, but I wasn't focusing on it as much. I wasn't at the charts every single day. I was trading on higher time frames exclusively and stuff. Obsolescence, thank you, Gucci. Dan Mahler, I've never heard of the guy. Maybe I'll check him out. Let's see what's happening. Well, on the daily time frame, things look the same. On the 15-minute time frame, let's see how we're looking. Little dumperoo. If we come down below this previous wick here, then I think we could come down low. Let's mark this wick here, and let's go down to a lower time frame and see what's happening here. You guys see this? Hang on. Hang on. Dang it, where's my fibs? Oh, fibs! Where are you, fibs? Oh no, where's my fibs at? This is why you gotta do your TA in advance, y'all. Okay. I don't see anything too juicy here. Interesting, interesting. Well, we still have that wick. Yeah. Yeah. We are getting some bullish divergences on these lower time frames, but not in the 1 minute yet. However, we are in the 3 minute. So we just came down, we took out that wick. We're getting money flow cross under. It's cool though, right? Isn't it cool how just because we had that wick there, we get a little reaction when we come down, just dip below, and then we get a little bounce up there. Look at that, you know? Support and resistance is real, guys. It's real. I know people don't believe it's real, but it's real. Man, how can I can't even take myself seriously, guys. All right, let's get back in the chat real quick. Yep, it came out. Yep, it created the bullish div. Taking out that wick created the bullish divergence. Yep, we've got that bullish div coming in. Chickens are drinking. You know, though we didn't create the bullish div from here. We created it from, you know, obviously like this point right here. Zoop. Let's check out these higher time frames. What's the 1 hour looking like? Pretty bearish. 1 hour is looking pretty bearish here. And objectively, you know, we've been the high, the lower high, the lower high. Yeah. Well, I'm not looking for a trade right now, guys. I'm short and I'm long. But shout out to Crypto Dad. I don't want to look at AXS simply because I haven't been looking at the chart. So any TA I do on it will be just on the fly. Yeah, does anyone know, has that bill passed? I don't know. I don't know if I am expecting a big pullback or not after the bill. Like I was saying before, I don't really fully even understand the bill. I haven't been paying attention to it. You know, I got too much stuff going on at my own homestead. Shout out to First Coast Crypto who took that scalp. Nice, bro. That is nice. You know? Yeah, like if you're watching the charts all day, guys, you know, you could do it. You could get, you know, Crypto Pump, just, what was that, like a 0.5% move that just happened right there? Get on some good 10x leverage. That's a 5% move, 6% move. If you're ready for it. Is Bitcoin going to 50K this week? It very well may, Rich H. I'm sorry, Samir. Rich H says the bill won't be a law for some time. It still has to go through the House. It passed without the crypto amendment. I have to look into this stuff. But guys, remember that. Crypto face went short yesterday. So did I. That's good, Confluence. Did he close out all his longs? Did he close out all his longs? Yeah, I don't know if he did he close out his longs. How do we know? Did he live stream yesterday? How do we know that he went short? I haven't really had time to watch any crypto face streams, unfortunately, guys. Man, what's going on over here? What is going on with this hair? I might as well keep the hat on. He didn't go short. He was stopped out. Oh, okay. Wow, you just got in a long Panjock 2. I don't know. Go back and rewatch the stream because I talk about how I don't really make predictions. That's not how I trade. Daweed says I look beautiful. Well, I'm sure you're beautiful too. Oh, he lost 30K, got wicked out. It's funny. For most people, that would be devastating. For CryptoFace, that's like he lost like $10. Guys, honestly, seriously, people should not be talking about personal information of others on here, okay? That's really not cool. That's not cool. How do I can I give them permission? Mods do have permission to block things. Okay, J-Boy Bullish. Yeah, we should dox everyone who's doxing in the chat. Yep, that's true, Johnny Vo. That the wick we bounced off of is the weekly level, right around 45K. Look at this, chicken's drinking water. A beautiful chicken's drinking water deal right here. I personally think we're still going to come lower. Maybe not. This is bullish div, but you know, look at the money flow. I think we might get a retracement here. But I don't know. I really don't. What day is today? Tuesday? It's a Tuesday. What was my third take profit? 44,260. Definitely did not hit that. Nope, $600 too high. Wow, my third take profit is way down here. Huh. Why did I make my third take profit so low? Right about here. All right. It's not too far off. Shout out to Johnny Vo, who took the course. Yeah, 45,260, that is our daily level. So let's see if we do get rejected. Oh wait, is that our daily level? Yep. Somewhere around there. We're at the weekly. All right, guys. Well, I'm actually going to have to dip out of here. Am I natty? Do I look natty? Hey, shout out to Rabbi Eduardo Arroyo in the chat. What's going on, my brother? Everyone, if you're into messianic apologetics, and I'm sure all of you are, right? That's the only reason you come to this channel. Check out Rabbi Eduardo's YouTube channel. Check it out. He's got 89 subscribers, and I'm not even subscribed to him. What is wrong with me? Better give him a sub right here. Check out this guy. Check out his YouTube channel. Some good content on here. Some quality content. This dude is a true scholar. Check him out. When I mark my levels, do I use the magnet tool for more accuracy? I usually don't. Because usually the levels are just... they're zones, you guys know. Of course I'm natural, Jay Greasy. I would never inject myself with fake testosterone. That would ruin everything. You know, that ruins your body's ability to produce natural testosterone. And then the next thing you know, if you don't get it anymore and you're not on TRT, I mean, you lose your manlyhood. Why would you want that? Crypto pump it. I should turn on dark mode. All right, guys. Well, I am going to head out. Right, I've been on this. We've been streaming for a long time, about an hour and a half. So, I do pray that all of you are blessed and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yavarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha Shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael, which means in English, may the Lord bless you, may the Lord protect you, may the Lord shine His light upon you, and may the Lord have grace upon you, and may the Lord lift up His face upon you and give you wholeness and completeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. And I do pray that each one of you is blessed and that the Lord does reveal Himself to each one of you in a very personal way. And Lord willing, I will see y'all in the next stream. Peace.